everyone, I'm Tasneem here with your movie review for this week. After last week's disappointing sequel, today we're back with a review of yet another sequel, Force 2. The original film in 2011 was a success and was a remake of a Tamil film which saw John Abraham as a daredevil police officer alongside Janelia D'Souza. In the sequel, he's back in the same role, but this time he's joined by Sonakshi Sinha. While the first one did manage to work with cool stunts and technical finesse, let's see if Force 2 is able to live up to the same standards.
Diligence, homework, preparation. ये रॉ के काम करने का तरीका है.
तुम अपने तरीके से काम करो, मैं अपने तरीके से करता हूँ.
ACP Yashvardhan, played by John Abraham, is a tough cop who doesn't play by the rules. Since the first film, Yash has lost his wife, played by Janelia D'Souza, but he's still as rough and determined as ever. When a few agents from the Indian intelligence agency are killed, Yash is called upon and partnered up with Raw Officer KK, played by Sonakshi Sinha. Together, they find themselves up against a clever villain, played by Tahir Bhasin, who outsmarts them every step of the way. Despite being predictable from the get-go, Force 2 manages to tell a gripping story with some impressive action scenes. Though the screenplay doesn't offer anything new, the movie still manages to deliver just enough thrills to keep us hooked. But after a while, the constant fights and chase sequences gets a bit tiring, especially in the second half. One of the film's weakest elements is its writing of the two main leads. The character of Yash doesn't go through any kind of journey here, and we are left to rely on what we know about him from the original film. And more disappointing than that is the character of KK. While on paper, it's great to have a female playing the role of a tough, straight-shooting cop, in the movie, KK falls short and is shown to fail at assignments that a male cop wouldn't. Her emotional baggage affects her work, and in the end, she still needs a man to make the final decisions. Her character was not well written at all. Luckily, the movie does not veer off into the romance angle between these two characters. John Abraham is back in a role that suits him well. He looks the part and is comfortable playing the muscle man action hero. Though the role doesn't offer him much substance to show off his acting skills, John sticks to his usual delivery of stern looks and expressions. After playing an all-out action role in Akira, the expectations were high to see Sonakshi take on another similar role. But unfortunately, she isn't able to contribute much. The character of KK is made to be equally tough, given that she is an agent of Raw, but her actions leave her as a weaker assistant to John's Yash. Sonakshi also doesn't get much scope to perform many action stunts either. The real star of the movie is actually the villain. Tahir Bhasin has shown off his acting skills earlier in Rani Mukherjee's Mardani, and in this film, he also delivers a strong performance. His controlled yet menacing performance makes him stand out above the rest. Force 2 tries hard to be a slick spy thriller, and while it succeeds in some aspects, there are more flaws than new thrills. It's a fun watch in parts with some interesting and patriotic notes, but sadly, it's not a memorable film. We're going with 2.5 stars. Force 2 is a one-time watch, so here's hoping they end this franchise with this film.